What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video, and we have another new update to go over. Now, we do know already that season 2 of the DLC for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is scheduled to start being released over the summer, and then we have the survival mode game mode coming to Sparking Zero somewhere in the springtime. So I would guess anywhere between the next 4 weeks to 2.5 months we should be seeing survival mode, so be on the lookout for that update as well. And then, as you guys already know, we already have 9 characters officially confirmed for season 2 of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm sure there will be more on top of that. As you guys should already know from season 1's DLC pack for Sparking Zero, these usually come with quite a few characters. I think the smallest one might have been Daima DLC 2, the one that came with adult Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3. That might have been the smallest DLC pack when it comes to characters from last year, but now that we have Daima out of the way, I feel like there's a vast, like, endless source of content for Sparking Zero. You guys know that obviously I want to see Android 21 in the game. One of the biggest untapped gold mines for most Dragon Ball games is Super Dragon Ball Heroes and Dragon Ball Online and things like that. Like, you have characters from Mira and Toa to Few and Hearts and all of the characters that we see in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, like Golden Cooler, Hearts, as I already said. They could even give us like Beat and Note and things like that. I would love to see them in the future, and with some of the cool things you can do with customizing your super attack loadouts and everything like that coming forward. Having Beat and Note in the game would actually be pretty cool. It kind of be like playing Xenoverse 2, but anyways, that is for later on down the line. Today we have a new patch that just went live. Actually, this just went live yesterday, mind you, for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This is going to be the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero patch notes for February 19th, 2026, and let's see what they did. So this is going to read starting from February 19th, which was yesterday. This update will be released. Due to the update distribution, maintenance will be conducted on February 19th from 1 to 3 UTC. During maintenance, ranked match and custom battle world library will be unavailable. To ensure the most comfortable gameplay experience for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, please make sure to apply the latest update before playing. And as we can already see from the graphic up here, this patch note is going to be for Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Which they're going to confirm down here as the target platforms, and the version updates will be for version 2A013, a lot of numbers, and 2013, a lot of numbers down here for Nintendo Switch 1. So now let's get into the changes and adjustments that we can see for this platform. Number 1, under changes and adjustments, is going to be Extreme Warrior Time Attack. Added a new limited time mode where players battle characters with significantly increased strength. This mode is unavailable when not in the event period. So this sounds new. I don't think that we've gotten this on the other platforms, PC and console. So hopefully, if this works out well on Switch, maybe I'll even boot up my Switch and see what this is all about. Obviously, I'm probably not going to record that, but if it's legit, and if this has been in other Tenkaichi games in the past, let me know. Maybe they didn't even change the title of the game mode. I just can't remember this, but I definitely do want to check this out myself. I'm pretty sure that this will come to the other consoles eventually. Maybe they're just doing like putting it in the beta phase on Switch just to see how it goes, and then if it's a relatively popular game mode over there, then hopefully later on down the line we can also see this on the other versions as well. And also, like I said, I'm familiar with Legendary Warrior Face Off. Now we have Mission 100, so we have a couple of single player, I won't say offline because obviously Legendary Warrior Face Off is online, but we have a single player game mode so far that are coming to the game. Later on down the line we'll have survival mode, and hopefully sometime after that we'll start getting other things as well to, you know, contribute to more of the offline and single player content in the game. I still really want to see other episode battles get added to the game. I want to see other characters get episode battle formats. Like I've been saying this for weeks now, Future Gohan and Shallot, those would be absolutely ridiculous characters to add to episode battle. But I mean, hopefully later on down the line that these are some of the ideas that Furutani and the rest of the team that they'll take into consideration. If you guys saw the who was doing the animations for, I can't remember what Dokkan character it was that just came out. I think it was the new Super Saiyan 4s. I think if I saw this correctly, Poison Labo, the illustrator for Dragon Ball Kakumi, got picked up and is doing the animations for certain Dokkan characters now. So it looks like Bandai, they are kind of picking, you know, raw talent and just, you know, people with crazy potential, instead of just relying on like the old guard or anything like that. They're bringing in new people, so that is an absolutely amazing start. If what I saw was correct, I'm pretty sure Poison Labo confirmed this themselves on their Twitter, but things like that is what's really going to help a game like Sparking Zero later on down the road. So next, in Versus, in Battle Together, all stages can now be selected. Note, all stages become selectable only when either the Nintendo Switch 2 version or the Nintendo Switch version is played on a Nintendo Switch 2 console with the update data applied. So again, I've only like played Sparking Zero on my Switch for like 30 minutes, so I'm not even too familiar if this is like a quality of life thing. I'm pretty sure it is, right? But it's only available for Switch 2, or if you're playing your Switch 1 version on a Switch 2. So at least they're doing other things just to make the game a little bit more accessible in that sense, right? So next is going to be feature changes and adjustments to Custom Battle. Added new selectable scenarios, cutscenes, and text options. This is pretty much what the Custom Battle update is across all consoles. This is pretty much what they say every single time. Added new selectable scenarios, cutscenes, and text options. So they're expanding Custom Battle over on the Switch and Switch 2 version. I wonder if, and again, this is something that I wouldn't know because I barely touch Custom Battle on my main account. So on other accounts, I'm not even tweaking with that. But I wonder if, I wonder how long it's gonna take for them to open up Custom Battle on the Switch and Switch 2 to the extent as it is on PC and Xbox and PS5. Because it seems like they're slowly adding more things in. Maybe they don't have, obviously, you know, if they just added new selectables right here, they don't have as much content in their Custom Battle as we do over here. So I guess they're just gonna start trickling this out over time. It'd be pretty cool to see how long and what new stuff they eventually add in the future, as well as we get more characters from these, you know, new Dragon Ball Super anime that are later on down the pipeline. And last but not least is going to be in the other section. This is the miscellaneous section. Improved usability and overall system stability. This is pretty much something that we want to see in the patch notes every time they drop, right? But that is going to do it. A pretty relatively small update. Like I said, this is just for Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. So a relatively small update for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. But trust me, guys, we're going to keep on getting more updates. And they'll probably might even be a little bit more frequent this year, since we know we're expecting massive changes to the game in Season 2. So I can, you know, expect for the rest of the adjustments that are coming out later, at least throughout this year, will probably be pretty frequent. We might get some really large ones here and there, but that is going to do it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Little small update for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. We have so much more later on down the line that I am super pumped for. Season 2 is going to be absolutely ridiculous. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Can't wait for them to finally make the season pass live. I'm copping that day -0. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this update down below in the comments. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, my boys.